everyone, welcome to my latest floss tube. It is Wednesday, January 19th, 2022. This is probably going to be very quick tonight. I have been stitching a lot, kind of by choice, kind of by... I couldn't do anything else because my entire family came down with COVID last weekend, so like a week and a half ago. My husband and I tested positive, and my stepdaughter tested positive. So we did the whole isolation thing, and yeah, it's been fun. And you know, I honestly am one of those people that we are fully vaccinated. We all have our boosters, and I'm one of those people that's been like, yeah, I think I had it earlier, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that I've had it already, but I'll get the vaccinations just because I believe in science. The virus that hit us last week, yeah, no, I have not had it. I had it now. I am definitely a believer. It was the weirdest thing that the weirdest type of virus I have ever experienced in my life. And I've had several, colds and respiratory viruses and flu viruses and things like that over the 44 years that I've been alive. This is by far the strangest virus I have ever experienced. I mean, yeah. So anyway, we are all fully recovered. We're all back to work, back to school. I was so thankful to have cross-stitching to kind of pass my time because I can't just sit still, and I got tired of just watching TV, and I couldn't work because I just didn't have the attention span or the stamina to sit at my desk and work all day. I work remotely, not wanting you to think that I'm like subjecting a ton of people to my COVID virus or anything. It was not that. I work remotely, but I just couldn't do it. And so cross stitch was amazing because I could pick it up and do, 15, 20 minutes and then put it back down. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing okay with this. I must not be doing too bad with the virus. And then I started looking at the times that it was taking me, and it was like taking me twice as long as normal for any of the stitching that I did. But that's okay. It's not a race. It's not a competition. So it's perfectly fine. Anyway, that's kind of where life update is. And school started, or the spring semester at the University of Missouri started yesterday. I'm taking 2 classes this semester. I'm finishing up my undergrad. I'm not sure if I'd mentioned that in a previous floss tube, and if I did, here you have the information again. I'm finishing up my undergrad, and so this semester I'm taking project management and human resource management. Both of those classes started up yesterday. Yeah, so definitely going to be cutting into my stitching time the next 16 weeks. But that's okay too, because it's life, and life has to have balance, and you have to balance work and family and school and stitching and downtime, which is the older I get, the more important it is to me to have time just to relax. And honestly, a lot of times when I'm sitting and relaxing, I'm usually stitching or doing something, handwork, but it's still important to have that downtime. Anyway, so I just thought I'd let you know what I have gotten done since my last floss tube. And I made a little sticky note because I was like, I'm not gonna remember. I don't know. But since the last floss tube, I have finished the Lori Holt stitch cards. So I have the car and the boat and the plane and the train done. And those are Lori Holt stitch cards. I think it's set K. And then in addition to that, I was looking for something in my stepdaughter's room, a project that I was doing for her, and ran across her kit for the cow. So I finished up her cow. So that is the little stitch cards that I've done. And I also want to show you guys how, sorry, I'm not looking at you when I'm talking. I wanted to show you what I do to finish these into little pillows. I know there are lots of people out there with different tutorials and different ways of doing it, but this is what I do. I make these little inserts. It's just muslin, and you can tell my edges aren't even really finished. I stitch a straight line. I fill it with the crushed walnut shells, which is like reptile bedding, and then I sew it shut. And then I make like a little pillow sham. And these aren't, there's no zippers or anything. It's just 2 folds of fabric that I put onto the back of that 1/4 inch seam. And then I can just put this little insert in there, fluff it out a little bit, and have the cute little pillows. Ta-da. Oh, I got a string from the insert. That's okay. So that's what I do. And then I just fill my dough bowl with them. This is not my dough bowl, but I have a whole bunch of them just in my office too that are not in the dough bowl. Obviously, they can't be in 2 places at once, unfortunately, just like me. So I like switch them out in the dough bowl throughout the year. And then when I'm not using them in the living room, I just put them in a couple little crockery bowls in my office because it's fine. There's like Halloween and Christmas and fall and spring and whatever all mixed in there, and they are perfectly happy together, and it's fine. So that's what I do with them. And then my display, my dough bowl is on the mantle in the living room, and it has like, right now it has winter and a couple just like little quilted star stitch card pillows in it for kind of like wrapping up the winter season before I switch out to the spring theme. So that's kind of what I do with those. And then, okay, so I got all of those done. I wanted to give you an update. I have all my project back. Oh, here, you know what? I'll do my finished first. I finished the Stitching with the Housewives February calendar crate. This is the main one. And I used the Witchell chalkboard black 14 count Aida cloth, but then I used Anchor Floss. And the Anchor Floss that I used, the pink was 0009, the red is 0047, the blue is 0185, which is kind of like an aqua teal blue. The green is a 0265. It's kind of like an olivey green. I kind of like it. And then the cream is 0926. So, and I'll put this up here like this so you can, in case you're really wanting those numbers. Those are the Anchor Floss numbers. And those come on the spools, like your thread, which is really kind of nice. So I got the February calendar crate done, and it's got the magnets on the back ready for my board to switch it out. I might do that during the next floss too. And then I also got the extra one done, which I really want to use this red frame. I haven't, this is done, and it has the magnet on the back. This, I haven't decided because I really do, I love the red. I think it looks really good. Actually, you know what? Hang on, let's see. So here's the red, which I really, really like. And then here it is with the white. And I just really like that red so much more. I think I'm going to have to take this rope off the back and make it so it hangs like a portrait like this one. I really like the red. Anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at with that. And then, but I'm still leaving the January guys up, and this is the Snow Deliveries cross stitch. I think I showed it last time. Oops. And Chelsea's chicken is also back there, which I also believe I showed last time. Both of those are Stitching with the Housewives. The chicken one, I believe, was a free pattern. The other one was a tiered tray tidbit, I believe. So that's those. Yeah, I really like that red. Yeah. Okay. And then I, on this, I had some Stampin' Up. Y'all scrapbook or do card making or paper crafting in your past. Stamping Up. I think they're still around. Had lots of really nice things. And this was one of the ribbons that they had. It's just like a pleated red ribbon. So I ran that around the outside between the picture and the pink check backboard, just to kind of give it a little extra floof. I kind of feel like it makes it look like a Valentine box, like a chocolate Valentine's box. So yeah, that's what I did with those. So those are both finished. I did get the MG logo that I made for my husband. I got it framed and it's hanging downstairs. He's very happy with it. So that's awesome. Let's see, what else did I do? I think the rest are just updates. So let's start with this one. Oh, I found this basket at Hobby Lobby. And it was on sale, so I paid very little for it. But my project bags fit in it perfectly. And so I've been keeping them in there. And then, so here is the Stitchonomy. Remember, this is the Christmas stitch along that I'm doing. I am behind one day. There's a little coffee or a cocoa mug that goes there. But here's the Stitchonomy. And I changed the pot to be a little different. And then I also tried the DMC diamond floss for the snowflake, which I'm so glad to see it showing up on camera because it does not show up that great in person. So there's my progress on that. And that is an every other day stitch along that she's doing. Let me get this all wrapped back up real quick. Un momento, please. See, I just like roll it down. I don't want to roll that far. And roll it. And I have some binder clips that I just stick on there to hold it. So then when I'm stitching, it's fairly easy to hold on to. Put that back in my bag. This is my favorite bag. This is proof I have the patience to stab something 1,000 times. Yeah. Okay, so there's my progress on that. I'm also doing the, well, I'm personally trying to do a prim. Someone's horn is going off. Turn it off, people. Maybe I should check on that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll give it a minute. There he goes. I got the first of the 12 in the Prim Stitch series done. I don't believe I showed that last time. I have it on here, so I'm going to say no. And I'm all kitted up for the second one. The second one that I'm going to try to do in February is called Joy and Contentment. So there's that one. And I am using all the called for DMC on it. And then I'm using some hand-dyed 14 count Ada. Then I've been working on Flea Market Baskets, which is a design by Lori Holt. It's a 2022 stitch along by Fat Quarter Shop. And they've broken it down into months. I have January and February completed. I'm a little hesitant to start March because it's a lot. But I do have January and February completed. And again, it's a hand-dyed 14 count Ada, called for DMC. see if I can, yeah. Looks a little dark like that. Maybe I can. I mean, the cloth is kind of dark, but it's showing up a little darker than I thought it would. But that's the flea market baskets progress rather. And for so I'm hesitant to start March because March is like all of this gingham that's in here. And that's like fully stitched, y'all. Like the white, if they're using white cloth, but they stitched the white. And so I'm using a darker cloth, so I can't even cheat. Because first I thought, well, if I use white cloth, then I could just like not stitch that. But I can't do that because my cloth is dark. And so I'm going to have to stitch all of it. And it's a lot. So, but I mean, that's like March. So, and it's only January 19th. So I have plenty of time. And it's not a race. It's not that big of a deal. If I don't get it done by the end of March, I don't get it done by the end of March. Yeah, no sweat. Okay, so then, don't be attacked by the light over here. My last one that I'm working on, careful not to show the chart, is the 2020 Prairie Schooler Santa. And I've worked on him quite a bit, but I still have quite a bit to go. And so here's my progress on that. I think this is probably what I'm going to be stitching on tonight. That's what I'm supposed to be stitching on tonight, at least. And I think I'm going to try to get his face and his beard. That's my goal tonight. Face and beard and possibly scarf. I always usually leave those coats to the last because there's so much of it. And I don't know. That's just how I do. So yeah, those are my 4 whips. And then that's kind of where I'm at for the rest of this month. I mean, I haven't even, well, I mean, I have the next Prem for February, and I'm ahead on the flea market baskets, so that's fine. And then, hang on, sorry. Getting them back in their little basket. Okay. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with those things. This is my Halo Go Light. I like stick this in the chair beside me, kind of like this, and turn it on. Ooh. It's got 2 settings. It's rechargeable. It lights up for 4 hours, I believe. It'll hold a charge for like 4 hours, or it'll light after a charge for like 4 hours. You can plug it in directly too, and if you're stretching for longer than 4 hours and you have electric next to you or whatever, you can plug it in and still get light. But that's what I use for that. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think that's it. That's all I have, I believe. There are so many other things that I want to stitch, but I don't have anything else started right now. And I haven't really been doing much quilting. I'm telling you, COVID took me down, man. I haven't been doing much quilting. I didn't get to go quilting because I tested positive for COVID, so I wasn't going to go to my brother's house with COVID. Didn't think that'd be very responsible. I am going this weekend though, because it's been 2 weeks. It'll be 2 weeks this weekend. So I'll go and quilt and get those caught up. And I guess that's kind of where I'm at. I need to think about what I'm going to do next month. I know that I'm going to do, I'm not sure if I'm going to do the January calendar crate or the March. I think I'm probably going to try to do March's calendar crate for the Stitching with the Housewives, and the next Prem, probably the March segment for flea market baskets, and a couple Santas. I don't know. I'll have to look and see what I think, because I need to kind of scale back a little bit just because of school. And so we'll see how it goes, you know? And but so far so good. I think that that's all. This is my little schedule here. I did the stitch cards, I did the flea market baskets, I did the prairie schooler Santa. I got this Prim Stitch series done. The calendar crates are done. I'm working on the other Santa, and that's all I had planned for this month. So I feel like I'm doing well, and not that it's a race, not that you need to keep up with anyone. I just know that I like having a list or a plan for what I'm going to be working on. It just kind of helps me. It helps me focus and helps me get things done, and helps me remember that I need to set that time aside for myself to kind of wind down in the evening. So that's what I do. How do you, like, what, besides stitching, what do you do? What is your self-care night look like? What's kind of funny is that I had a self-care night like scheduled for last Tuesday when I tested positive for COVID. I was gonna do like a face mask and just take a long shower and just kind of, I don't like baths, so a long shower. And just kind of do some self-care and just not do anything and chill and just relax. And then I was sick. So I had a different kind of self-care going on. And this week I'm here for my self-care night. So, but what do you do? What do you do for self-care? What's your favorite way to unwind after a stressful day? What all do you have going on in your life? Do you have family? Are you in school? Are you working? What are you doing? If you have little kids, you need a lot of self-care. Take time for yourself. We all need that. So yeah, share down below. Like my video, subscribe, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you, and I will see you soon. Stay safe and stay healthy.